Hey there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the DC Universe Classics, the Atom action figure set. This set is number 2 from Wave 19, which contains the S.T.R.I.P.E Collect and Connect figure for the Wave. This set first came out in the fall of 2011, and I purchased the entire Wave for $100 at a website called Entertainment Earth, and I'll post a link to the description down below. Now, taking a look at the Atom here in the packaging, you can see this is the Golden Age version of the Atom, S.T.R.I.P.E, and he does not come with any accessories other than the Collect and Connect piece, which is down below, and it looks like it's the head and lower torso of S.T.R.I.P.E. And there we go for confirmation. And we have here the back of the package, and we have a nice biography of S.T.R.I.P.E as the Atom, and we have his statistics down here, and a nice picture of the figure there. And down at the bottom we have figures from Wave 19. We have Sandman, the Atom, Stargirl, Cobra, Hawkman, and Magog. And we have the Collect and Connect figure here put together of S.T.R.I.P.E. And Wave 19 does not contain any variants at all. We'll be right back and have the Atom here out of the package. Okay, we have the Atom here out of the package. And first up, we're going to take a look at the Collect and Connect pieces that come with the Atom. And that's the head and lower torso of S.T.R.I.P.E. And we'll go ahead and take a look at both of these here. And it's a very interesting cast of on the color. It's almost like a pearlescent type of paint that's applied to these pieces. It's actually pretty neat. I'm glad that they used this particular paint and not just a flat white. It's actually kind of cool. Here's the head on there with the reddish visor there. It's actually kind of neat, and you got some sculpting detail along the top of the head. And the top of the head here is even more unique in that it's a darker shade of that pearlescent paint. It's actually kind of cool on there. Unfortunately, the lamps are washing out the details here, but it is pretty cool in person. And you got that darker shade here on the either side of the head. There, and you got a peg joint there for the neck to attach. And next, I'll take a look at the lower torso or underoos of S.T.R.I.P.E. here. Very interesting piece. We have this front piece here that sticks out about a 1/4 inch from the lower torso, and you can see it covers the groin area and the waist area on there, and it's made of a soft plastic on there, and it looks like it's just pegged in through the front there. And I don't want to stress it being a softer plastic. I don't want it to tear or anything, but it looks like it's just simply pegged in there and glued in on there. And of course you have the rest of the lower torso. There is some details underneath. You can see some banding in the groin area there. One thing I noticed about this lower half of the torso is that for S.T.R.I.P.E., which is a comparable figure, Collect and Connect figure-wise for size, they have really small joints to attach the legs and upper torso there. Usually you have those bigger peg holes there, but this one's relatively small. And it's a small torso overall. So very interesting. But this is the head and lower torso of S.T.R.I.P.E. that comes included with the Atom figure. Now on to the Atom figure, and my opinion of this figure has been constantly changing ever since I first heard that he would be making an appearance as a DC Universe character. When I first heard that the Atom was going to be released, I was very, very happy. I'm just happy whenever any JSA figure is announced, and I'm very glad that they actually made the Atom figure. Now, when I finally started hearing and seeing videos of the character once this was starting to be released, I was a bit disappointed because I had heard and saw in those videos that this figure is not correct size-wise. Now, S.T.R.I.P.E is basically a 5-footer. He's 5'1", I believe, in the comics, and the figure that Mattel used, is a standard DC UC male mold. So he's out of scale height-wise, and I was really bummed about it, and even up to the point of receiving the figure. When I got it my pre-order in, and I was still upset that they did not use the correct height for the Atom. Now that I have him out of the package, though, my opinion is shifting back toward liking the figure. Still upset about the height, but you can use some tricks here and there to shorten the figure without actually modding the figure, such as bending the knees down. I guess he'd be in a permanently semi-squatting pose to reduce his height, especially when compared to other JSAers. That's one, I guess, trick of the eye you could use for this figure without having to mod it. So I like it a little bit more when it comes to size-wise. I do enjoy the figure sculpt-wise. I'm just very interesting how much of the newer molds they used for this character, and it's pretty much unique to this character. But taking a look overall at this figure, you can see here S.T.R.I.P.E as the Atom. He has a full face mask here, and very much like another JSAer with Atom in his name, Atom Smasher, which is his godson. And of course, I guess Atom Smasher takes on to, I guess as a tribute to the Atom, the full face mask, because Atom Smasher adores the older JSAers, and of course his godfather, the Atom here. So he uses a similar face mask. And it's a full face mask. You can see some minor details of the mouth or the lips underneath the mask, which is really nice. And also the ears as well. It's not fully defined, but it's still noticeable that they are there underneath the mask, which is really nice. On there, unfortunately, I got looks like a paint chip or a scrape on the top of the head there, which is unfortunate there. Now on to the rest of the figure here. The figure has a cape, which is actually made of a softer material compared to other DC Universe Classics capes, so that's kind of neat. Unfortunately, the cape is much too long for this figure. The Atom had a cape that was about knee length, and this one goes well below the knees. It goes practically down to his ankles. And I'm actually thinking about trimming this and to be more appropriate for my liking. On here, taking a look at the rest of the figure, you can see the arms on this figure. These are as straight as they come out of the package, and they look like they're bent outwards. I don't know if it's because I don't know if the shoulders are reversed or the biceps are reversed. I don't know why it's bent outwards. It doesn't look like it's bent due to packaging. It looks just naturally bent outwards on here, and it's bent outwards on equal sides, so I don't think it's a packaging issue. I think it's just a design issue, so I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't know if it's some reversed shoulders or not, but very interesting on there. And some more of the unique sculpting. You got the leather-like armband here with some great detail at the buckle there and some straps, and of course on the mid-torso there as well. So that's some more unique sculpting. I'm not sure where they will plan to ever use these particular molds in the future, in the subscription or in the new DC line, but very interesting. And I do like the paint applied for the leather-like work. It's not a solid color, and it's not completely brushed wildly here. It does look very nice, especially the browns. I really do like that. And but some paint issues with this figure is with the skin tone. He's got different shades of skin tone. I think that was more prevalent in Wave 16, where you have different skin tones between the two joints. Doesn't show up that much on the video camera, but this this leg below the thigh is a different color than the rest of these legs, and this thigh here is a different color between the upper thigh and the calf. So it's kind of odd looking at it in person, but with the character posed bent most of the time, it's going to be hardly noticeable on here. But continuing on, we have the boots here, which are not simply painted on. They're actually sculpted on the top of the boot here on the leg. I don't know where this particular calf is used in the DC Universe Classics line, and I'd like to say that's another unique sculpt. They could have got away with just painting the leg, but they didn't, so that's kind of cool that they added this nice touch there. Going over the articulation of this figure, the head does go all the way around and does go down and up a bit. You have to work that head up to put it in an upward angled pose. Doesn't go up too high, but it's kind of neat that they actually include that, because I'm going to pose the Atom most of the time looking upwards due to his short stature. The arms do go all the way around. They do go out and in. They do go all the way around at the bicep. The elbows do bend in and out. And the hands go all the way around at the wrist. The torso allows the figure to bend downwards, up and back quite a ways. There is waist articulation that allows the figure to go all the way around at the waist. The legs do go up, down, to the back, and out to the side. And both legs are a little loose at the hips, so having him standing straight up tends to be a little bit of a chore because it tends to spread out easily. The legs go all the way around at the thigh, very tight there, and do bend at the knees and bend at the feet. Overall, it's a great figure to add to your JSA lineup, and my opinion has been waffling back and forth between like and dislike, and currently it's leaning toward the like because I just happy to have another JSAer, and I can compensate for the height issues with some I guess tricky posing, you could say. This is my casual peek into the DC Universe Classics, the Atom action figure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.